really think we should do World War III. I don't think it'll be the kind of amazing, epic saga that World War II was. I think it'll just be really brutal and short. And I don't think you'll get a lot of good movies out of it. It'll be more like World War One, right? But World War One was trench warfare. I don't think it'll be like that. But what I mean is, we don't get a lot of good movies out of World War One. It's just too brutal. For the record, I don't think World War Three will be like World War Two. First of all, I think it'll be a lot shorter. World War Two went 8 years. I don't think World War Three will go 8. I'd be shocked if it went 3. And the reason is I think the global economy will collapse really fast and people will begin to starve to death on a grand scale. All Quiet on the Western Front, it's on Netflix. I will not watch that. I have too much trauma that I'm already carrying around with me. I am good. There are some things you should just know your limit on, and that's one of them. Um,
All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Wakar Kodash. I want to say double honors and give double honors to the apostles and the bishop elders of Great Millstone for teaching his word in truth and sincerity and for ruling well. And salutations to my fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching and prophesying in the name of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the elect. Hey, I'm your brother Gabar Yahweh from JMS, Hawaii, coming to you with another quick lesson. And it's on this video that you just heard playing in front of you. This Edomite was saying why World War III will be different and why we shouldn't do it. Well, it's not man that's doing this. It's the spirit of Yahweh Bashmi Shai that's doing this, because he's deemed this place America, which is spiritually known as Babylon the Great in the Bible, to be destroyed. America is one big altar to the Lord, that the Lord is going to make a massive sacrifice upon this place for the elect of Israel, right? This is the book of it's like I had a precept in my mind. I'm just trying to figure out if I can find it. Yep, this is the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah 51 and 9. I'm gonna start at 7. Okay, this is Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon, which is America, have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's hand that made all the earth drunken, right? America made all of the world drunken with its philosophies, its wickedness, its evil, its witchcraft, its sorcery, all right? Made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad, right? So these nations, they drunk the wine of this whore, of the great whore, right? And now they're mad. It says, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. This is the NLT. A cup that made the whole earth drunk, right? Again, off of his different philosophies, off of its wickedness and evil. The nations drank Babylon's wine, and it drove them all mad, right? And that's why they all in decay. They're broken. You know, they're drunk off the financial wine. They drunk off the sexual immorality wine. They drunk off the wickedness wine. Babylon, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed, right? America is not going to be healed. It says, forsake her and let us, Salakia. It says, forsake her and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. So the judgment for America is to be destroyed. And the Lord is going to do that by ushering in World War III. All right? He's going to do that by mass collapse of the economy, which this man just said right here. Slakia. Which this man said right here.
It is, I think the global economy will collapse really fast and people will begin to starve to death.
Right. So those are things that didn't happen during World War One and Two. The global economy didn't collapse because America was in a semi-state of isolation where they weren't handing out military tickets to all nations for help, right? They got in both of those wars pretty late, all right? America actually became a world power after World War One and Two happened, okay? To the point where Now everybody looks at America, and then Britain fell. Britain was a world power prior to that, and then Britain didn't lost his status as a world power, but America gained its status, right? And everything is interconnected in this society. That's what they call it's globalism, right? The global economy. So that if one major part of the economy collapses, it affects multiple countries at a time, at one time. And this is all in the scriptures. This is all in the precepts. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 16. Okay, Second Esdras, chapter 16. I'll start at 21. Right? Second Esdras 16 and 21. It says, Behold, victuals. It says, Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Exactly. And that's what's happening as we speak. All right. Because once war breaks out, things gonna skyrocket. Once the economy collapses, food prices gonna go through the roof. It ain't gonna be no food to had from these stores unless you tapped into the new system, the MOTB. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. So ultimately, these people that think that they're going to get away from the war, the plagues, the famine, right? Via that chip, via the MOTB, because that's the catalyst. They're going to drive. I saw a video of Barack Obama speaking about this, about how you could pour all of this different raw sewage in the middle of a city square, or over inundate a city with all kinds of problems, and then the people are ready to collapse, and that's what they want. So that they think that from the ashes of World War III that they'll come out the Phoenix, the NWO, and this one will be way stricter than the world that we currently live in. And it will only be two classes, the wealthy and the poor, right? That's it. And everybody will be chipped with an RFID microchip in their hand or in their forehead. This is what they want. This is what they believe. But see what World War III is not just going to usher in the destruction of the world's armies. It's not just going to usher in the destruction of major cities. It's not going to just usher the destruction of America. Yahweh Shai is coming back. And this is a part of establishing the kingdom of heaven on earth, because it's the Lord that's bringing these things. It's Yahweh Shai that's bringing these things. This is back in Jeremiah 51 and 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even unto the sky. So the Lord has remembered her, and her judgment is reached unto heaven. All right? So he's going to destroy this place, man. This is the book of Revelation 18 and 1, which is a beautiful chapter because it talks about the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, via a war. But this is Revelation 18 and 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, which is America, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. That's right. So in 1 hour is going to take to destroy this whole country. And it's going to be via the world wars, because the World War III, because these militaries, they're going to fight each other. But then when they see Yahweh Shai coming back, they're going to try to fight him and lose. And at the same time as Yahweh Shai coming over here to the west, nuclear missiles are going to be fighting, because this third world war is going to be a nuclear war, not a traditional war like World War I and World War II, right? This is the book of um, um, I know it's in Isaiah. It's the book of Isaiah 9 and 5. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 9 verse 5. Isaiah 9:5 says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." All right, so there's going to be a massive destruction. So no, this World War III is not going to last 8 years. It's not going to last 3 years. It's not going to last that long, because all hell is going to break loose on the earth, and many people that dwell on this earth, they're going to die by famine, by starvation. All right, he said, like he said, he want this.
I don't think World War III will go 8. I'd be shocked if it went 3. And the reason is, I think the global economy will collapse really fast, and people will begin to starve to death.
That's right. On a grand scale, people are going to starve to death on a grand scale. You know, these people, they're used to eating whenever their heart desires to eat, filling their bellies without any problem. Well, when all hell breaks loose, when war breaks out, when total destabilization of economies and countries and nations and cities and states happens, ain't gonna have none of that. So a lot of people are gonna die quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right, that's what's coming to this place. While you people walk around here thinking that life is just gonna go on continuously, and you can't forget it's gonna be a draft, because you're gonna need bodies for this war that's coming. And many men of these nations, from America to the rest of the world, they're going to be thrown into this war head first. A lot of these immigrants that's coming to America via the Mexican border, okay, in droves, they're going to be either insurgents or they're going to be fighting men for the war. A lot of you men out here that want to be thugs, killers, super wild niggas, you just living a life of luxury and pleasure, you're going to fight in that war, man. And it's going to be completely devastating. It's going to devastate the world, because this is the war that the Lord is bringing. Yahweh Shai is bringing. All right? This is Revelation 18:17. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. Right? All the things that this place has been known for, all the riches, all the bountiful things that they have here, in 1 hour, that shit's going to be gone. It's going to become a nothing. And every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off. Verse 19 says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships, right, in the sea, by reason of costliness, for in 1 hour is she made desolate, man. So in 1 hour, this place is going to be turned into a fucking fiery lake, all right, in 1 hour. Right? So once the American military is destroyed, because the Lord, when Yahweh Shai comes, he's destroying all the militaries, because they're going to be brought into the land, the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. All right? This is the book of Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh. It says Jehoshaphat, but it's Yahweh Shaphat, which is Yahweh's judgment, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Right? So this is the reason why the Lord is doing this. He's bringing all these nations to the valley of decision, which is in the Middle East. A map, which is called the Middle East today. Right? He's bringing all them down there to fight. But the main theater, or one of the main theaters, is going to be what you call Saudi Arabia today. But also, too, America's going to be brought in this head first. America's going to be plundered. America's going to be overrun with militaries. But this is the main source of theater, because Yahweh Shai is coming from the east to the west, right? And this is the east, what they call the Middle East, the so-called Middle East, right? All right. It says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people. And that word plead means he's going to judge them for his people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. So this is the reason why these nations are going to get judged for scattering us. For even though the Lord put it on them, their spirit to use them to judge us, he's going to judge them now. And this is the beginning of that judgment. Right? It says, in the NLT, I will gather the armies of the world, because we're dealing with the God of armies, the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the power of armies, man, the Lord of armies, the Lord of Sabaoth, which is the Lord of armies. I will gather the armies of the world into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. There I will judge them for harming my people, my special possession, for scattering my people among the nations, and for dividing up my land. And what is the Lord's land? Israel, right? And but then the beautiful thing about it, we're gonna get all of this, everything from here, from this river now, river right here, all the way into the Euphrates. All this gonna be ours. From Syria, these islands right here, this gonna be our country, our new country. From what is this, Ethiopia, Eritrea area, all this, it's gonna be ours. All of Saudi Arabia, all this is gonna be ours, man. All of Iraq, what you call Iraq today, Syria, that's gonna be our new homeland, not just this small portion of land right here. But this is what they did. It divided up this land. This is why the judgment is coming. And these Edomite scholars, they don't want this to happen. You know, this is why he said right here, he's scared. He don't want to revisit the brutality of what war is, man. But you're gonna have to be confronted with that brutal reality in real life. All right. This is the book of Joel chapter 3, verse yep. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords. So all their money that they would use for agricultural purposes and infrastructure purposes, they're beating that and they're turning them into swords. And your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong, which are all these other nations outside of Babylon, whom Babylon has exploited and destroyed and corrupted. Right? The whole beast system has done this around the world, right? Because America is that whore, but then you got the beast system via the EU and NATO, right? Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Now is the beginning of the judgment of the heathens. Put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is near in the valley of decision. You see? So this is going to be great. This war is going to rock the earth to and fro. When them missiles go off and strike, it's going to blacken these day skies, these bright day skies overhead. It's going to blacken them. And then it's going to be a huge illuminating nuclear cost, man, to destroy this place, man. Right? To destroy this place. Okay? Joel chapter 2, verse 20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive him into the land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea. And his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he have done great things. Now that his hinder parts, his hinder parts, he said, I will drive him into a land barren and desolate. That's the Saudi Arabia right here. You know what I mean? Never mind Dubai, never mind Qatar or the UAE, none of that. No. This place is barren and desolate. It ain't shit. It's a big ass sandbox, right? And the Lord's gonna drive this man's army, the North American army there, along with the Russian army, along with the Chinese army, along with the Iranian army, Persia, all right, Libya, Ethiopia. They're going, right? toward, it says with his face toward the EC. That EC is the Euphrates River, right here, the Euphrates, right? And it says his face toward the EC, and his end part toward the utmost sea, which is the Red Sea, right here, right? So this is the area. This is the area where major war is going to break out, and World War III is going to happen. It's going to happen quick. It's going to happen fast. You know, some say we're already in the early throes of World War III. It just hasn't become hot yet. But Esau doesn't want this to happen. He's scared. But it's going to be different because this one is going to be with fuel of fire and burning. All right? And it's going to be not just hundreds of thousands of casualties, millions, tens of millions of casualties. No, it's going to be billions of casualties in this World War III. And this is what they're scared of. But the super elite know what's coming. You read 2nd Esdras 13, it tell you that they see the Lord coming. They stop fighting each other and try to fight him. And he's going to demolish their armies. So what they going to do without their armies? All right? What are they going to do? How they going to defend that? Because the Lord is going to be here too. It ain't just going to be these powerful nations fighting each other. Yo, Yahweh Shai is coming, along with the heavenly host of angels and great wrath. Okay, so that would say shalom on to the next.